Hello and welcome to Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. This is a 1999 PlayStation 1 and PC game developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Eidos Interactive. This is the second game in the Legacy of Kain series, and it recently got a remaster in 2024, and we will be playing it. I wanted to mention this. This remaster was done by Aspyr, who's known for making all sorts of remakes, most notably in recent memory the Tomb Raider remake, or remaster, I should say, that is very well received. And I guess it makes sense, goes hand in hand with Eidos and Crystal Dynamics, that they would then make Soul Reaver, or remaster Soul Reaver. One of the cool things is, as you can see here, I can swap between the graphics modes at any time. I just wanted to point that out because I thought that was really cool. We will probably be just playing with the remastered graphics, but this game is a technical marvel. It was a technical marvel on the PS1, PC, and Dreamcast, I guess, when that port got released. This game is beloved. It was written primarily by Amy Hennig, I believe, and she would go on to kind of be the maestro of the series after Silicon Knights kind of lost the rights to it, and Dennis Dyack stepped back. And this game has gone down in the history of gaming as like pretty legendary in terms of just like how good the writing and voice acting is. If you thought the voice acting in Blood Omen 1 was good, and it was, wait till you get to this game because the voice acting is amazing. I played this game back when it came out. I remember extremely little about the content of this game. I remember some things, like I remember some general plot ideas, and I remember some of the characters and some of the voice lines. But if you asked me to like summarize the actual story of this game, I probably couldn't. So this is going to be, for all intents and purposes, a blind playthrough. Going back through Blood Omen, there were a few useful things, plot relevant little secrets that I missed in that playthrough, but I will comment on them as they come up in the later games, like if they're relevant. So this is by no means 100% completionist or anything like that. I'll do my best, but I'm playing with a pretty patchy memory of these games, so let's get started. We immediately have the new menu graphics. I really like this. This is like very faithful remastering. Look at this. That's like super good. I love this stuff. Got some options. So right now, I think I'll turn the speech up a little bit. Sound up a little bit. Music can probably stay at around there for now. If any of these individual things sound wrong, like too low, too high, just let me know and I'll edit it in the game. That's all fine. Control options. Probably don't need to muck with any of that, but got a pretty good options menu. Let's get started. It just dumps you right in, so be prepared.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord.
You see the Soul Reaver back there.
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward.
Damn.
There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy.
So fucking cool.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my Soul Reaver, my angel of death.
So yeah, that's the start of Soul Reaver. Pretty amazing, pretty petty of Kain. I do want to show off the original graphics just so people see what we're working with. But before I do that, I wanted to note that the new models and textures for this game were done by fans. Specifically, the fans that were behind the HD texture pack hacks for the original games. So they are incredibly faithful to the original. So I wanted to show here, even these seams on the ground are faithful to where they are in the original. Watch this. This is what the game originally looked like. Look how impressive this is. Look at the seams on the ground, right? Look at the tiles. You can see exactly where the seams end in both the HD and new texture packs. That's how accurate and faithful this remake is. So, very, very cool stuff. Double Helix asks, wait, is this VA someone famous? They sound familiar. The VA for the Elder God in this game, that creature that we just heard speaking, the thing up here, is Tony J. He voiced Rollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and he also voiced Mortanius in Blood Omen, the game we just played, as well as a few other characters. So, yeah, we have, this is our main character, Raziel. He was one of Kain's lieutenants. But after growing wings, Kain got jealous and ripped out the bones of his wings And now, in order to fly, he has to hold the tips of his wings. I think that's very, very charming. This game is super cool. I'm extremely excited to play this. So this version is very important because it also, this game has a dynamic soundtrack, which only worked on the original PS1 release. There have been mods to try and attempt to fix it for some of the other releases. It's one of the reasons why the Dreamcast port played on emulation was up to this point considered to be the best version of this game. Now it is fully re-implemented in the game, so we're going to have the dynamic music as well. Before we move forward, how was the volume on the voice acting? I think I can actually probably turn the voice acting up a little bit more. I think the rest of the sounds are probably okay. But let me know if the music needs to go up at all. Just a wee bit low. Is it all sound is too low, or just the yeah, it will always sound low compared to me because it will duck when I speak. But let's see. The game sounds okay. I'm gonna turn that up to that point. There, that should be better.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
Hey, Petward. Double Helix says, "Who is the narrator VA?" I was in ad. I was watching an ad. That's Tony J, the voicer of Mortanius in Blood Omen and Rollo in Hunchback of Notre Dame, among other things. I'm just looking around right now to see what kind of stuff is around here. Is this the first symbol? I think so. This is one of those games I've heard in passing, but beyond its name, I know literally nothing else. It is extremely, extremely legendary. Some of the best writing and acting in any video game ever.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Yeah, Frollo was his name, not Rollo. Rollo's an Elden Ring character.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
It's really interesting to go from playing as Kain in Blood Omen to being like, you know, Raziel looks cool. He's like super iconic, interesting looking, but when you think about him, he's pitiful. Like, he's pathetic. He's all skin and bones. He has to hold his wings. Whenever you jump, it feels really heavy. Like look how fast I fall, right? Like, this does not feel like a full-on 3D platformer where you have a bunch of leeway. It's just interesting to see him, you know, in this sort of pitiful state. Thanks for the raid, Crow Space Boy. I hope you're doing well.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Slua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
All right, we ate him. Man, this game feels good. This feels great. I love this like smoke haze effect right here. It's just very subtle, even in the original. Like, look at this. I like that as you walk up here, you see kind of the fog stuck. I like that when you switch to the original graphics, it still keeps your aspect ratio too. That's really nice. Looks like the animations are exactly the same too. That's such good attention to detail. Helix says, wait, this has dodging, it's a Souls-like. It's not a Souls-like, but this game is, did go on to influence the 3D action genre in a way that Souls games tend to pay a lot of design attention to. These games are, for lack of a better word, very similar to 3D Zelda games. Just like Blood Omen was designed to be a Zelda game for adults, that's what this is. This is what this game is very similar to. It's like an Ocarina of Time era kind of 3D action adventure game.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
So here's the main mechanic for this game, is shifting worlds. Oop.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
Very neat.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Huh. Interesting. Glorp. Yep. Exactly as he said. If we fall in water, we get dissolved, just like in the original. And we gotta, in the spirit world, I mean, and we're gonna have to, oop, I keep pushing buttons. We're gonna have to get our soul back to shift. There we go. And I can't shift from here, can I? No, I gotta run back to the point, the shift point. There we go. Howard says, I miss these old third-person-esque Zelda games. They're so nostalgic. This game rules. This game is awesome.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them.
What a glow up.
Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Oh, I have to hold the button.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Give me that soul. There we go. This doesn't burn me, though. Yeah, because I'm not a fledgling anymore.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
I like that he sticks his claws straight into things in order to pull them. That's so badass. Rishin says, did it just teach you a limited time window by forcing you to miss it? Yep. I think it's smart. I think that's cool. It makes sense. It's like, this is a limited thing. You're gonna lose this. I am wondering if there is a way to... No, it doesn't look like it. I was going to say... if there was a way to make it so that I could... What are shortcuts? Toggle HD mode. There's a photo mode. That's cool. If there was a way to make it so that the camera didn't auto-follow, but it doesn't seem like it. That's fine. And yeah, Raziel is Michael Bell.
The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, Centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
Yeah, the world is really messed up thanks to the bad ending being the canon route in Blood Omen. Man, look how accurate this is. Holy crap. This is amazing. I mean, obviously, I think this looks great. Like, I would play the game like this. And in fact, back when we first started talking about playing Legacy of Kain, before the remasters were even announced, I was planning on playing the Dreamcast version, and it looked basically exactly like this, right? Because I was using the packs and the mods and stuff that this team developed, basically. So seeing this, though, holy crap. This shit rules. This is incredible stuff. All right, let's mess him up. Oop, I keep pressing that, and I don't want to do that. This game is very similar to Beyond Good and Evil in terms of controls. That's very interesting. I might edit one control here. RB is sneak or face enemy. LB is map screen. Can I change this to that? And sneak to that. And then glyph menu can be RB. Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. Get dunked on, dude. The camera, like, changing just from when I move like that is a little bit difficult to deal with, though. I guess I could play with keyboard and mouse if I wanted to. This actually feels easier to control in a lot of ways. Look around with right. Let's see. What are the controls? I know this is weird to watch while I do this. Space is jump to swim. Action left click. Aim grapple is Q. Power Soul is E, crouch is control. Is it control? I guess it is. That's not bad. What is the control? What is on right trigger? Let's see. Right trigger is look around. Okay, I can't edit that one. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. I just pressed right stick. Wow, right stick to I did it so that I could lock on like it was a Souls game. Oops. Rude says, I'm digging this one. It feels familiar even though I've never played it. That makes sense. It is a very, like, I don't know, iconic game, you know? I'm just gonna get rid of him. Onto the fire you go, buddy. There. Just grab the spear. Yeah, I just did it again. I don't know where this actually leads, so... Go over here first. So this is where Raziel was thrown into the Lake of the Dead.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
Alright, so before we do that, let's see what he has to say about the area back there. So this game has typical, like Blood Omen, sort of Metroidvania-y elements, much like any 3D Zelda game, where you find all sorts of shortcuts and doorways and places that you can or could go elsewhere. Alright, we open up this teleporter now, so we can always teleport back to this room. Yep. Neat. God, Raziel is so cool. What a cool looking character. I'm just over the moon right now. This rules. There we go. Alright, I don't think I can make it over there. I think the water would burn me, even if I landed on that. We can't go that way, can we? He said his clan territory was to the west, which was over there. God, he has such a little baby jump. Whoa! Oops. Okay. Oh, it is killing me. It's killing me. Yipes. That's clever. It's clever to put this little spot here and just be like, hey, just so you know. Which means we can probably get over to that location. Yeah, we can. So what's over here? Look at that little secret-y... Oh, no! Alright, so we're back in the spirit world now. Found a new spot. All right, full health. Howard says, does the haze from earlier that I was talking about earlier line up with water in the real world? Yes, I believe it does. Oh man, the dynamic water sounds, or dynamic water, shit, I'm having trouble speaking. The dynamic soundtrack is so cool. All right, so what is this place? This must be a shortcut back another way. I like how they keep the draw distance the same. Look at this. So we're back in PS1 mode. If you look at the draw distance, and as we come around the corner, you can't see in there. It's true even in remastered mode. They kept the draw distance exactly where it is to keep the like foreboding aspect of the game. Because like the atmosphere, especially of like this stuff, is like, it's just really iconic for the game. Can I climb up this? I can't remember. Well, I can do that. Alright, and then whenever we reach here, we should be able to go back to the real world and shift the worlds back. This is so cool. I love this. Genuinely awesome. It is gonna take me a little bit to get used to playing a game that doesn't account for camera controls. Wait, what the heck? Get lit on fire. There we go. I like that you have to use resources to kill enemies. I think that's really sick too. Makes each area kind of a puzzle. Man, these textures are super faithful. I wonder if they just used the high-res versions like they did the texture mapping that like the Resident Evil 4 project did. Because it genuinely does look like they did find the source files from like the old texture pack CD-ROMs and find the source images. Oh, interesting. They did miss a texture. Granted, it's not one you're normally going to see, but look at this. Look right here. That's interesting. This is a very, very new port. It came out like last week, so. I like that their health is basically displayed by the amount of blood on their body. That's cool. That's like one of those diegetic features that you expect from a modern game. Oh, I can throw them. That's nice. Alright. Get impaled. What? I didn't eat his soul before I picked up the thing. That's clever. Every single time you see me start combat by accidentally switching graphics, just know that I just have too much Souls game DNA. Alright, I want to see where... Okay, so that's for over there. So we're going to have to... Let's push that over there right now. So this game is not tile-based like Tomb Raider is, but it sort of feels like it is. So there's some interesting control stuff going on. But it does have analog control, unlike Tomb Raider. Like full analog, I mean. You don't move a set distance. Like if I just want to move a little bit, see? I can actually, if I want to.
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
I'm just like in awe. I'm in awe over how good, god damn it, again, over how good the environment looks. Give me your soul. There we go. Can't break pots. That's a Zelda exclusive, unfortunately. So these should all be our fast travel points, I think. So that's Raziel's clan, I guess. Does that make sense? I think it does. He said this is where his place was, so he wants to find out how his descendants are doing. I'm curious too, Raziel. I want to know how your descendants are doing. Is there any good secrets around here for us to finagle with? There was that room back there. Oh, you know what I probably have to do? I know what I have to do. I have to get rid of my body. Okay, so here's an actual mechanic. That looks like the dust from... I said dust, but... Aren't you supposed to be able to phase through metal in spirit form? I don't remember how it works. That's what we're gonna have to do in that part. I have to eat some souls in order to come back. That's fine. Okay. I vaguely remember being able to pass through bars in spirit form, but maybe that's an ability we get later, and then we'll come back to get that. That looks like the Beyond Good and Evil health pickup, though. Get dunked on, dude. Yup. Got him. Test on that door. I don't want to yet. Maybe after. I think I can just open this one. Yeah. I like the pacing of the combat, though, of like, take out an enemy, eat their soul to get the health back that you lost on the enemy. That's very cool. That's an impale spike. What's up there? Presumably some cool stuff. Yeah, because Raziel's health drains in over time in the physical realm, so. Yeah, keep fighting enemies without taking damage to extend your timer, exactly. There's a little bit of that mullet Mad Jack in there. Ah, I thought that was a toilet in the center of the room for a second. I thought that was very funny. Seems to be some kind of sundial, maybe? Huh? Uh-huh. So we have opened the gate to Raziel's stronghold, I suppose. That's what this is. Very cool feature of this game, by the way. Look at that. You can save anywhere. What a blessing.